What if the one thing you've been doing to protect your tires is actually destroying them? Most drivers set their tires to 32 psi because the door sticker says so, and it's costing them hundreds every year in early wear, bad fuel economy, and poor handling. Today I'm revealing the truth about tire pressure that nobody tells you. Backhand index pointing right, new here? Hit subscribe, practical car tips like this every single week. The shocking truth about that door sticker. You've seen it 100 times. That little sticker on your driver's side door jamb. It says 32 psi and you've trusted it your whole life. Here's what they don't tell you, that number isn't the perfect pressure. It's the minimum safe pressure calculated for the absolute worst case scenario. Every seat occupied. Trunk packed full. Driving at highway speeds. Maximum load capacity. How often do you actually drive like that? Almost never. Most of the time it's just you, maybe one passenger, some light cargo. Your car is hundreds of pounds lighter than that sticker assumes. And that changes everything about what your tires actually need. Repeat button, but here's where it gets expensive. Let me show you exactly what running 32 psi is doing to your tires right now. The $800 lesson. Here's a real story that will make you think twice. A driver bought a premium set of all-season tires. $800 installed. Rated for 60,000 miles. Did everything right, checked pressure monthly, set it exactly to 32 psi every time, rotated every 5,000 miles. Followed every rule by the book. At just 18,000 miles, the outer edges of all four tires were completely worn out. The center tread still had life left. The tires were dead at less than a third of their rated mileage. The tire technician asked one question. What pressure are you running? 32 psi. Exactly what the door says. He shook his head. That's your problem. Repeat button, so what was actually happening under the surface? The answer will completely change how you think about tire pressure. What 32 psi is actually doing to your tires. When you run door sticker pressure in a lightly loaded vehicle, the sidewalls flex more than they should. The contact patch spreads too wide. The center tread slightly lifts off the road. That concentrates almost all of the load onto the outer shoulder edges. The edges do all the work. They wear out dramatically faster while the center barely touches the ground. Think of a slightly underinflated balloon pressed against a flat surface. The sides bulge out and touch first. The center floats. That is exactly how your tire behaves at 32 psi when your car isn't fully loaded. You're paying for a tire rated for 60,000 miles and getting 18,000. Every single time. Repeat button, so what's the right number? Here's the pressure most drivers should actually be running. The number you should actually be using. Here's where most people get confused, and the tire industry is perfectly happy keeping you confused. The correct pressure depends more on the tire than the car. Look at the sidewall of your tire right now. You'll see something printed on it, max pressure 51 psi. That is the maximum safe operating limit for that specific tire. Optimal performance for even wear, fuel economy, and handling is typically 10 to 15% below that maximum. If your tire's max is 51 psi, the sweet spot is around 38 to 42 psi. Not 32. Closer to 40. Repeat button, now I know what you're thinking. Isn't that overinflating? Here's why that thinking is completely wrong. This is not overinflation. Here's the difference. Overinflation means exceeding the maximum rating printed on the tire. If your tire says 51 psi max and you pump it to 55, that is dangerous. That is overinflation. But running 40 psi in a tire rated for 51 psi max? That is well within safe limits. You have 11 psi of headroom. Yes, the ride will feel slightly firmer. That's normal. What you gain is even tread wear across the full contact patch. Improved handling and steering response. Better fuel efficiency on every single drive. The firmness isn't a problem. It's proof the tire is working correctly. Repeat button, speaking of fuel efficiency, wait until you hear how much money this simple change puts back in your pocket. The fuel economy you're losing every week. After switching from 32 psi to 40 psi on the same tire model, fuel economy improved by about 6%. That doesn't sound huge until you do the math. Over 15,000 miles per year, that 6% adds up to real money at the pump every single month. Stack that on top of tires that last dramatically longer, and the total savings can easily reach hundreds of dollars annually. You're not just protecting your tires. You're paying less for fuel every single week without changing anything else about how you drive. Backhand index pointing right, if this is already making sense, hit that subscribe button right now. We break down practical car knowledge like this every week and you don't want to miss what's coming. Repeat button, but here's something even most car enthusiasts completely overlook, and it's quietly killing your tire pressure every winter. The temperature factor nobody talks about. Here's a fact most drivers have never heard. For every 10 degrees Fahrenheit drop in temperature, tire pressure drops by about 1 psi. Set your tires to 40 psi in warm weather. When winter arrives and temperatures drop 60 degrees Fahrenheit, your pressure is now sitting at around 34 psi. You didn't lose air. Physics did it. That's why monthly pressure checks matter. And during seasonal changes, autumn into winter, winter into spring, weekly checks are even better. You can do everything else right and still be running dangerously low pressure by December just because the temperature dropped. Repeat button, and this brings us to the TPMS warning light, and the dangerous lie most drivers believe about it. Your TPMS light is not what you think it is. Most drivers believe the tire pressure warning light on their dashboard is a maintenance reminder. It is not. It is an emergency alert. If your recommended pressure is 32 psi, that warning light may not turn on until your tires drop to around 24 psi. By that point, tire wear has already accelerated significantly. Handling is already compromised. Heat buildup risk has already increased. TPMS exists to prevent catastrophic blowout failure. It does not exist to help you optimize performance or protect your tires from premature wear. Waiting for that light to tell you when to check your pressure is like waiting for your engine to seize before you check the oil. Repeat button, and before we wrap up, let's kill one more myth that dealerships are making money off right now. The nitrogen myth. Stop paying for this. Every dealership offers nitrogen tire fills for an extra fee. They make it sound scientific. Premium. Worth it. Here's the truth. Regular air is already about 78% nitrogen. The difference in pressure stability between nitrogen fills and regular air for everyday drivers is minimal. We're talking roughly 1 psi difference over an entire year. Unless you're racing professionally on a track, it is not necessary. Don't pay for it. A quality digital pressure gauge costs about $10 to $15. That single purchase will do more for your tire performance and longevity than nitrogen fills ever will. Check monthly. Adjust seasonally. Stay within the safe range on your tire sidewall. Repeat button. Let's bring this all together with exactly what you should do this week. The simple action plan. Here's all you need to do, and it takes less than 5 minutes. Step 1. Walk out to your car and look at the sidewall of one tire. Find the max PSI printed on it. Step 2. Take 10 to 15% off that number. That's your target pressure range. Step 3. Inflate all 4 tires to that number. Check the pressure again when cold. Tires heat up and pressure rises while driving. Step 4. Set a monthly reminder on your phone to check pressure. Add a weekly check every autumn and spring. That's it. No special tools. No mechanic required. Just a $10 digital gauge and 5 minutes a month. That door sticker has been quietly costing drivers money for years, in worn tires, wasted fuel, and poor handling. Now you know better. Hit that like button and subscribe. We post practical car knowledge every single week that saves you real money. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment right now. Backhand index pointing down, what PSI have you been running this whole time? And did your door sticker number match what your tire sidewall actually says? Drop your numbers below. I read every single comment and I guarantee you're not alone.